What's going on, everybody? Charles with Detail Lab here. So today we have a 2024 Jeep Wrangler that I'm going to be coating in System X Max coating. That's their 10-year coating that goes on Carfax. So the owner just bought this Jeep about 3 months ago or so and wants to get it long-term protected. So we're gonna get this thing cleaned up and ready for coating. So what I'm gonna do is actually take y'all step by step on the process of coating, but instead of showing the whole vehicle, I'm gonna be doing everything to this door. I'm gonna be showing y'all all the steps that it takes to ceramic coat a vehicle, and then maybe down the road, if y'all want to see a longer video on the whole vehicle, I will do that. But for today, I'm going to be showing y'all every step along the way to this 2024 Wrangler. So let's get at it. All right, starting off this detail like every other exterior detail with the wheels, tires, and wheel wells. Here I'm using P&S Brake Buster diluted 3-to-1. I'm going to scrub the inside of the wheel wells, get them nice and clean. I did ceramic coat those as well. Then I'm going to get the barrels of the wheels. Luckily, this was a fairly new vehicle, so the wheels were pretty clean to begin with. Makes life a lot easier. Here I'm using my Adams angle brush to get behind the spokes and into the inner barrel. Then I'm using a stiff bristle plastic brush to get the sidewall of the tire. Spray that off. Use my little mitt to get the faces of the wheels in between the spokes. Then after this, I will grab my brush, my boar's hair brush, and get inside the lug nuts and around the valve stem, any place that's hard to reach with the mitt, and then we'll spray that off. All right, got the wheels and tires all cleaned up on the Jeep, even the spare tire over there. So I took the spare tire off so I can get behind it to clean and ceramic coat that as well. Next up will be the pre-soak. So let's get that done. All right, so in the pre-soak stage, I like to go ahead and spray down the vehicle with my bug remover. There is a lot of bugs on it, and this Jeep has been driven, so there are bugs on it. And then I foamed the vehicle down using CarPro Lift diluted 10-to-1. So this is going to remove any of cheap waxes or sealants that may be on the paint. I'm going to let it sit on the paint for roughly about 5 minutes. I may have went a little bit longer here because it was a nice cool morning and the Jeep was in the shade. So I wasn't in a huge rush to spray it off. But after it dwells for a few minutes, I'm going to rinse it off, and then we will get into the contact wash. Alright, so here I am foaming down the Jeep with Show Car Products Pink Shampoo. So it is just a pH neutral shampoo with no type of wax or anything. It is just a pure shampoo. I'm going to start the contact wash, and I started at the top of the Jeep and work my way down, working a few panels at a time, and I will go and flip my mitt and do maybe a panel or two more. And then I will go over to my rinse bucket, rinse the mitt out with the grit guard, and then dip it back into my soap bucket to get the mitt nice and soapy and lubricated to continue the wash. So once we get done with the contact wash, we'll spray it off, and then we'll get into the paint decontamination phase. And once I spray all the suds off from the contact wash, I'm going to give it a quick foam down again and use my clay mitt to get some of the paint contamination out, some of the stuff that wouldn't come off with the contact wash, tree sap, bug guts, whatnot. And since this paint was in really good shape, I didn't have to use a clay bar, so I'm able to use just my synthetic clay mitt, a little bit easier on the paint. Now we'll go around the entire vehicle and use the mitt on all the paint and glass. And here I am using Adam's iron remover. So this is going to get all of the embedded iron particles out of the paint as well. And surprisingly, this paint is in really good shape. And after I let it sit for a couple minutes and dwell, I will spray the iron remover off and make sure I get all of the iron remover off of the paint before I dry the vehicle and head into the polishing stage. Alright, got the contact wash done on the Jeep. So full wash, paint decon, clay mitt, iron decontamination, all the good stuff. Got it washed and dried, and it's looking really good all the way around, so you can see. So the next step is I'm going to tape off some of the trim and the top, so that way whenever I polish it, I don't get any polish onto the trim and then stain the trim. And then after I get it all taped off, we're gonna give this thing just a quick polish. There's really not too many defects in the paint, which is surprising. No scratches that are super deep, so we're just gonna give this thing a quick polish and then start coating this thing. So like I was saying, this paint was in really good shape. All it really needed was a quick enhancement just to add some gloss to it. So here I'm using a green Lake Country polishing pad with some Adams polish and Adams Swirl Killer polisher. I'm just going to give it a quick run through with the polish just to get some of that gloss out and make that paint really pop. Alrighty, got the Jeep all polished up. She is looking good. There's no major scratches or defects in the paint, so this one was surprisingly a very quick paint enhancement. But now I'm about to wipe down the whole Jeep, including the wheels, the trim, paint, top, mirrors, everything with my IPA solution, so my panel prep. This is going to get rid of all of the leftover polish, or if I miss anything in the wash. It's going to clean it all up and make the surface ready to take the ceramic coating. So let's get started on that. All right, and here I go putting the System X Max on the applicator pad. And I'm going to do the right half of this door first. So I'm going to outline my area, and then I'm going to fill it in, making sure I get nice and even coverage. And I'm hitting the door handle and the lock cover as well. And after I get a nice even coverage, I'm going to let it flash. On this day, it was taking roughly 60 to 90 seconds for it to flash. I had a nice, cool, perfect day to coat. Low humidity. And here I go with my first leveling pass with my low pile rag. And then after I get it nice and leveled out, I'm going to take my high pile rag and buff off any leftover solvent, leaving behind the cured ceramic. All right, it is the next day. I finished up the Jeep a little bit too late yesterday to get good pictures and videos of it. So I came back up here today to check it out in the sun. And man, this thing looks beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. The owner is so happy that it's done and it's looking really good. What I'm gonna do is walk around and show y'all a walk around video. All right, so here's the finished product, and you'll have to excuse my rookie mistake. I didn't realize that my camera was zoomed out far enough to catch my mount, but you can see how amazing this Jeep turned out. So much depth in the paint. The owner was happy. I'm happy. It turned out amazing. The System X coating was so easy to apply, and the results, I mean, look at it. I mean, for a light colored vehicle to see that kind of reflection is awesome. But I'm gonna let y'all view the vehicle, and I really appreciate y'all watching this video. I'll see you later, guys. All right, so that's the finished product on this 24 Wrangler. Like I said, it was coated with System X Max coating. That is their 10-year ceramic coating that goes on Carfax. So now this owner, if he ever decides to sell this Jeep, which I don't think he is, has proof, and he can give the VIN number to the potential buyer and they can look it up, so that way they know that the vehicle is coated. That's one thing I love about System X. Not only do they have a great product, but it also goes on Carfax, so everybody has proof of the coating. But hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Like I said, if you want to see a more in-depth video on ceramic coating, paint correction, detailing, all that stuff, leave a comment down below. And also, if you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area and you're interested in ceramic coating, paint correction, detailing, whether that's a vehicle, a plane, motorhome, RV, whatnot, send me a message. I will link everything in the description box below. Thanks, guys. One more thing. Sorry, it's kind of windy, guys, but man, look at this view I've had for the past 3 or 4 days out here. So this is the same people who I did the Airstream for, and man, they have just an absolutely gorgeous view. I've been coming up here since high school, and man, the view just never gets old. But anyway, guys, I wanted to show you all the view, looking over into Owens Crossroads. But man, I had to show it. It was such a beautiful view. Thanks, guys.